Hey, what's going on, y'all? Brotha Doug here. So first and foremost, I just want to thank everyone for their patience. I know I haven't posted a video in about a couple months. That's because I'm out here doing my stand-up thing now, guys. And whether I'm juggling work or writing or doing comedy, I just rarely have time to make videos. But I promise all that's going to change soon. And again, thank you all for your patience. And if you all want to keep up with me, follow me on social media. We'll talk more about that at the end. But without further ado, let's get started. So, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, aka Black Panther 2, is here. And I finally saw it. So as you know, as I posted a disclaimer in the beginning of the video, this is a spoiler-filled video. So if you haven't seen the movie and you don't care about spoilers, by all means, stay. But if you do care about spoilers, I would suggest you watch the movie and then come back. So whatever you prefer. But for those who have seen the movie or who don't care about spoilers, let's dive right into it. Alright, so what I liked about the movie. I liked that there was more action than the last one. Remember, that was my only gripe about the first movie. Because remember I was saying, comparing it to Aquaman, a DC movie, I said that was the reason I liked Aquaman. Because, you know, both Aquaman and T'Challa are both kings. But they're also globetrotters. Like, they don't just stay in Atlantis and Wakanda all the time in the comics. Like, they go out and have adventures, whether it be with the Avengers or the Fantastic Four or even Outworld. Because T'Challa also is an explorer. Like, he goes to different planets. He meets people like the Inhumans, the Chitauri, not the Chitauri, the Shi'ar, I'm sorry, you know, getting my people mixed up. And truth be told, that's why I liked the What If episode where T'Challa was Star-Lord. Because he was just adventurous. Like I was saying, like I like him more as Star-Lord than I do Black Panther. Second thing I liked was the world building. Like we got to explore more of Wakanda, you know, outside of the palace. And we also got to explore, let me get this right, Tolokan, which they try to differentiate from Atlantis. Because in the comics, Namor is from Atlantis, but, you know, for obvious reasons, you know, Aquaman having the exposure first, they said, okay, we don't want to compare him to him, even though Namor came first, and then I think Aquaman came a year or two later. And this is just in comics, but you know, in Hollywood and in the mainstream media, it only counts on the movies, because you have to remember that a majority of moviegoers aren't really comic book heads, so they wouldn't know that Aquaman came after Namor. So they were trying to, I guess, you know, be contrast to him. So I see why they did that. That was smart. And the last thing I liked, I gotta say, man, the sisters. I should have put them first. You know, my mom always taught me ladies first. Sorry, ladies, but yeah, they were awesome. You know, I joked on my last Black Panther movie discussion that the movie felt like Black Girl Magic, Wakanda Forever. It was to a degree, but they still rocked the movie. So what are my gripes? So I know some of y'all think, alright, Doug, so what are your gripes in this film? Alright, so what I didn't like. So I didn't like that Namor's whole objective was to kill Riri because she invented a machine that the government, let me reiterate that, the government used to infiltrate, you know, the kingdom of Talokan's source of vibranium. Like, wouldn't it be easier just to attack them? Or here's another avenue they could have took. Why didn't Shuri just go to MIT, where Riri goes to school, and tell her, hey, you know, the government is using your inventions. Just don't invent anything that's, you know, tumultuous. But of course, you know, there has to be some conflict. Second thing I didn't like, you know, I'm a junkie when it comes to soundtracks, whether it be Space Jam, Above the Rim, Purple Rain, Hustle and Flow, etc. I can't really say the same for the sequel, guys. There was only one song, and I'm glad they put it in the movie during the chase scene between Okoye, Riri, and Shuri when they were trying to escape from the feds from Riri's garage. Was the song They Want It, But No, Toby Nwigwe and his wife, Fat. That's the only song on the album that slaps. Take it from me. And the last thing I didn't like, the mid-credit scene, guys. So long story short, T'Challa and Nakia have a son. His name is T'Challa, but his his slave name is Toussaint. Oh wow. So here's my gripe. One, T'Challa didn't have any kids in the comics, and I know some of you assholes are already in the comment section. You Doug, the MCU isn't trying to copy what's in the comics, the source material. Like, I get that, I understand that, because Thor doesn't have a daughter in the comics, but we saw what happened with Thor: Love and Thunder. But when did Nakia and T'Challa have time to get it on? If this movie takes place 2 years after Endgame, and that little kid looked like he was about 4 or 5. So did T'Challa smash? Because remember, she left him at the end of the first Black Panther movie when he offered her to be his queen, and she rejected it. Now, you know, I hate talking about this ad nauseum. You guys already know how I feel about them recasting T'Challa. Of course, they should do it, but, you know, with Secret Wars coming up, and supposedly Ryan Coogler is in the running to direct Secret Wars, they should take that direction, man. Have a variant of T'Challa. And, you know, it's going to be a while. Because if they're naming this kid T'Challa, are they indicating that this kid is going to be... I don't know, man. So overall, I will say I did enjoy myself. I can't front. You know, there's a lot of think pieces about why they hated the movie. But, hey, everyone has they're very much entitled to their opinion. I enjoyed myself. Put it like this. I saw it twice. I saw it opening night, and I saw it last night with my father. But the tribute at the end almost made a brother cry. Emphasis on almost, because, you know, I don't like crying in public. But yeah, it was still a great movie. Overall, I do hope Ryan gets that Secret Wars job. With that being said, did you guys see the movie? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Cash at me. And like always, y'all, deuces.